Hello everyone! Welcome back to the RationalInvestor.com's Daily Brief Recap. Let's see if YouTube's doing its thing. And it is. Awesome. So happy TGIF. Hope you all didn't miss me too much yesterday. But nice to take a little day off. Here we are, 20th of November. Market's nice and uppy, frothy. Sexy part of the markets, pot stocks, electric vehicles, crypto stocks, looking good. Even some boring financial stocks are even looking good. Working some bids on some insurance companies. Imagine that, eh? Boring. And of course, loving the altcoins. They look fantastic in here. And then, spoon feeding Bitcoin keeps taking it higher. I suppose we'll just keep selling into the rally. Actually, we've gotten up so high that I've actually gone and picked up a couple puts here and there. For the purposes of your video, I primarily like to just stick to this kind of conversation. It's a quick summary. In fact, actually, I did a 2-hour daily brief for the good people today. So you want to get a full dose of Brian and what the hell he thinks going on in the world. Maybe pop in for that 30-day trial, and you can listen to Brian's extended rant. I had a great session with Julian yesterday, so lots of different opinions on the site. US dollar index, our hegemony of the world. Wow, right up against key support, fighting like the Dickens here. Fascinating how the political situation in the US is unfolding. Who knows what the hell's going to end up happening, but Mr. Giuliani, I don't think he did himself any favors yesterday. But anyway, we'll see how that plays out. Watching, I think, and this is the message that I gave to our audience. I think the market's just most concerned with who is going to control Congress. And was it going to flip over one side heavily owning the place or versus another? That always gets dangerous. So I think on balance, Wall Street's relatively happy. I don't like what I'm hearing out of the U.S. Treasury. Basically, whose last few days he wants to exact as much revenge on people as possible. And the Secretary of Treasury in the United States has said, we want the money that we were going to give the Fed to support the economy. We want that money back. Why exactly he has to do that? I think the only reason is this is politics, and he wants revenge, which really very irresponsible. One might argue that the whole reason why the market bottomed back there in March was because the market was basically told by the U.S. government, look, you have a guaranteed floor, $2 trillion stimulus, whatever. And now Mr. Mnuchin is saying he wants more than a quarter of that money back. He doesn't really have to have it back. This is pure politics. It's very disappointing. All you need to do is, whether you get sucked into that nonsense or not, all you have to do is just, just understand the writing on the walls. Why are prices going parabolic up here? Is it maybe potentially tax driven? I think so. And now, interestingly enough, we're getting messages from the people that are in power now, but won't be, that they're going to pull all of the sort of supports that kept this market moving higher. They're going to pull them out from underneath the market. Be careful, folks. Be careful. I think we had sort of said probably a good sort of measure for us is to let these, this happened to be the Jupiter-Earth conjunct, let it happen, and then hunt the setup following the event. So here we are. We let this most recent one happen. This was on November 13th. And you can see the battle going on right now in the market. I suppose if we am out, well, see you later. Big top. Probably do something like this, eh? We could very easily, though, W out here, and up we go. But considering that statement from Mr. Mnuchin, I don't like the smell of that at all. Very disturbing. Also, too, remember, this is a big cycle apex event. Could we get like parabolic moves up in these into that? That could easily happen too. So this is kind of like, and kind of like Bitcoin, right? Probably should have been loading up on shit back here, and you're spoon feeding into these rallies up top here. Then if you happen to have like a little one, interesting, we happen to go shopping in the EV market all through this window right here. We actually had site OGs come in and give fundamental presentations saying, you know what, it's probably some value in there. And sure enough, they just all went crazy through this rally here. So what the hell? US dollar at its lows. Could we see one more push lower here into this big celestial event? Yeah. My gut feeling, though, we're closer to the bottom than we are the top. Probably some shenanigans through the next month. But especially if Biden is declared the victor, I will have no choice but to turn into a US dollar bull, and aggressively so. Stocks, we talked a little bit about that. Oil, almost looks to me like somebody's got an agenda here with oil. They really want it at this specific level. So here we are again. I suppose I kind of said this to the a few days ago. If we actually go and M out here, well, that actually sets up a half-decent short. So, for demonstration purposes, we will keep this on the screen, and if it fires... In fact, actually, if this finished the way it is here today, and we got a nice little double top next week, 1, 2, 3 bar fail, I might like that, but... For the purposes of us here, let's just track this. Oh, not this nonsense again. Okay, well, we won't do that. Remember, I don't know why it does that, but I think it's because of the compare function. But maybe afterward I'll draw this on here. But we'll watch that level for a short. Actually, that's not a terrible idea, especially with what's coming out of Manucci Moochie. Whatever Crypto Chico likes to call him. Now, M on the other side of this trend line, that's actually a sell signal. So. All right, well, we'll keep it on that. And, of course, I don't really like oil, so I don't really want to be buying or selling it. It's actually last decade's story. Actually, it's not even last decade's. It's 2 decades ago story now. Wow, that's freaky. Because 2020, we're now officially into the 20s now, eh? Junior market still pressing higher smartly versus the big cap stocks. I noticed a lot of those big U.S. tech stocks look very, very heavy. So the junior market's still able to perform. Interesting how we're coming up into this funny tweezers sort of pattern that I called this. Coming up into an objective. Could we move further? Sure. I mean, Bitcoin went beyond that, so it really wasn't like this was written in stone. If I understand correctly, I think Kavarkinator's actually thinking about, I don't know, I think he's day trading, so I don't know whether that's relevant, but I wouldn't be surprised to hear guys thinking about hunting shorts on the junior stocks, but we'll see. The crazy crypto saga. I put out tweets recently, and you guys have seen this, right? My funny little Gann colored boxes. So what's our sort of status right now? We are in big dark blue box now. Wow, and some of these Gann angles are huge. So I know, call me crazy, but through this blow off top, anything could happen here. So there's your all-time highs. That seems to me to be a foregone conclusion. There's also a chaos level there, so I think the market has to test that at least. Remember we said 8 to 1 was a big trader's angle, so if this was a short off of the highs, this level should have held in. And it didn't, so see you later. Interesting too, this market symmetry, how we disconnected and almost went exact opposite to what the symmetry study suggested. I do often see that with fractals, so don't really want to get into that, but I did talk about it in the daily brief today. But, so all-time highs. Then, we do have a couple Gann angles off of original lows that to me look very interesting as resistance levels. And then finally, if this thing just goes absolutely apeshit here, this is our next significant resistance level. I think we're probably going to run into stiff resistance around 23, though. Having said that, short term, my hunch is we go up, play against the highs, then come back down, use this angle as support, and consolidate and set up the next trade. You know how it goes. So with that said, I thought it was interesting through Julian's report yesterday. Actually, I guess it was this. We identified, his analysis was this thing's pointing up, don't get in front of it, which is cool. He likes to sharpshoot against lows, so it's very difficult to get in on this based on that. But, member contributions, we all sort of came to the conclusion, well, there is this there's a 1 hour chart bot setup working away. So, traders got to trade. If you're a bull, you got to get in there and make money from trading. I think this bot's just doing its thing. So entry now, most recent entry 1773, looking for 1980, or 19800, I should say. Move stop to scratch has been hit. Haven't hit move stop to trailing, so still your stop's just basically sitting here had you taken that. Which is good, because it means can't get hurt on this trade. This won't be a loser. And, going back to that image I just showed you a second ago, the all-time highs were 19666. We got this chaos level, 19632. We got 113, 197. So somewhere up into that area. On this push up top, whatever this move is, it makes sense to me. Once we get up into this area, probably big fat round number, 20 G's is probably going to be a magnet and probably get sucked up into that. But you never know with that stuff. What I would just simply say is this might turn into an alt ABCD, which means we might do things like extensions. Whoops, let's go the other direction. Boom, there we go. So ABCD takes us up into our 19.8 number, but we might reach up into 127. So that's 2050. And 1.618 all the way up there at 21.5. So I don't know where this blow off tops is taking us here just in the short term. But those would be my levels I'd be watching for. Test of the old highs. 20, which is pretty much within $1,000 or so of those old highs. Really, I like this 127.2 as an alt ABCD target, 25. So that's actually about $1,000 higher than that old all-time high. And if we really get going and they really get the FOMO train rocking and rolling, stab all the way up to 21.5 here in the short term. So that's what I'm seeing right now. And those botters, they would be ringing the register into that rally. So they're just sitting there long, just twiddling their thumbs. Altcoins, as I said there a few minutes ago, some great looking altcoins. Our CTO, Sjord, really loves the fundamental story on this one. Then we got a nice W bottom. Gee whiz. If you see a W bottom, is Brian likely to buy that? And she's just working away. Great looking chart. Beautiful. Everything that we teach at TRI. Location. I think we even had, oh my goodness, the most beautiful indicator confirmations here. W's in price structure. Another W coming in. Just lots and lots of reasons. And actually, I do like this. Look how full that profile looks too, which means we could take a serious stab up top here. Awesome! Everything is awesome! Way to go, Seward. And oh, by the way, yep, TRI we put our money where our mouth was on this setup because we really liked it. So keep your fingers crossed for us, good people. The market's just doing what the market does. Chico's names. Can you force yourself to come in and buy against lows? I don't know. You can see I am. This Unibright looks very interesting in here. I haven't looked at his energy webs. I should probably look at that one. Remember I told you about that dash. Remember the damn WA? Jesus, and look at it. Just made another new high yesterday. Just grinding its way higher. Key reversal signals just killing it here. So you can come on the... Oh, actually, you can't get that yet. That's part of Brian's super secret screener. High paid for service. But I'm not giving my key reversal screener away for free. Sorry. I was telling the people on the site today, I got to show you an idea. Like the screener says, you should be interested in this. And I looked at that and I was like, I almost cried when I saw that the computer was like, hey, got something for you to look at. This is everything. I've waited 30 years for a computer to generate an image like this. The trade hasn't fired yet, so it's a big hurry up and do nothing right now. But the setup is there. It's just pristine. And the cool part about the system, right, is it tells you that these setups are sitting there waiting to go. They just need to confirm. So, oh my goodness, so happy. What can I tell you? The irony of it all is that once this is all up and running, it's everything that I asked for through this whole sort of giving away socially for free. And it's all that I really need. So I'm already sitting on a bunch of money, so I don't need to worry about that. We're almost at the point where Brian can seriously think about retiring from this whole public experience. So the future's so bright, gotta wear shades. I won't go away just yet. So if you're enjoying these offerings, there should be quite a bit more coming down the pike here for you. This is a classic, I have no idea the fundamentals OXT versus ETH. It's just a trader's trade, right? Trade. Do your own due diligence. And remember, I said the signal has not fired here yet, so this isn't a buy. But it's everything as a trader that I want to see to set myself up for the future. And interestingly enough, that's actually a great dovetail. Ironically enough, it's really easy to talk about what the public's interested in. But usually, look at these silly EV stocks. This, to me, and this is sort of a side, I guess we'll finish on this note. But you guys all remember that story through the summer about that Mara, right? Where the stock goes apeshit. Remember, TRIers are long from down here. So here we are, and actually I thought I was long from, I think it was about 50 cents, something like that. So we're selling into this rally, and the public, and there's one gentleman in particular in the public who just acted very much like a very typical public participant, comes in on the buy side here. Wrong. You're not going to make money doing that. So... the irony of it all is you have to be interested in this shit down here. But when the stuff looks like this, nobody's interested. So that's what I see happening in a lot of altcoins right now is we're sort of down in this phase. Haven't quite W'd yet, but we're in that sort of... And it's typical this time of year. That's what's supposed to happen, tax loss selling. Maybe just let the year finish, and gee whiz. This whole altcoin market is just poised. So, what I kind of think right now is the public, they're all getting excited about this stuff. But can you come in on the buy side here? No! Do what Brian does. You're buying down when nobody's interested in this shit. And then as the market moves higher, you are selling into their euphoria. How about another EV? It's the same shit, just different pile. You just got to try and come in when nobody's interested. Where did that other one go? There it is. Jesus, this is ridiculous. You got to come in when nobody in the public is interested. And then when this thing starts going, start selling out. Actually, my next sell level, oh, there it is up there. So we're not quite at my next sell level. But that's it. That's the whole point of this. Is that, I could go on social media and I could pound the table and you're not going to generate subscriptions. I mean, that's the worst part about this. Is nobody's really interested down here, but this is when you have to be interested. So I sit there and I do these public videos. You don't get that much views. Not really anybody's interested. And then this happens, and I guarantee you, the same damn thing is happening in Bitcoin right now. Guess where the public gets interested? And the public, I hear it. A fantastic tell that we're getting near the end of the Bitcoin rally. When you start loading up these Market Watch, who the fuck are these guys? And all their front page headline news, and it was yesterday. If anything, I would prefer it stop. But their headline stories are the 6 reasons why Bitcoin is going to the moon. We don't want to hear that kind of talk. That's the public coming in. Damn. Well, it didn't do that segue. Here it is. This thing right here. Right? And on this browser, the damn thing won't load without a pop-up. Demanding a subscription. So, all right. Now the biggest asset manager says it will take the place of gold. Oh, Jesus Christ. Does that mean it's a good investment? Not really. In fact, actually, that means it's a terrible investment. Because I don't like gold. Anyway. So we start hearing them talk in the public. There's another anecdote. Hey, be careful here. So anyway, this is exactly what I do. Is I try to find situations, represent pretty good value. This one, I got in way down here. And then just try and stay in these things as long as possible. And every time the market gives you another opportunity to get paid, bam, ring the register. And I don't know how high this thing's going to go. Like I said, I think I have my next sell orders working. Oh, not on this one. Maybe over here. Actually, this is a fantastic analogy of Foggenbaum. I had posted this out to somebody the other day. Foggenbaum and Gann lining up. Look at that rally. Whoop, bang, stop, back down you go. And then this one fires. So where the hell does that mean it wants to go? Hello. It's almost funny when you see this stuff. It's ridiculous. So I have to tell you, I'm exceedingly fortunate. Exceedingly fortunate. I think the universe really likes what I've done here. I think the universe is rewarding me for my very hard work, where I ask for nothing in return. I just want to try and help you people. And the universe has said, here you go, Brian. Here's a nice little treat for you for your hard work. So if I can make a positive difference in your guys' life, that's why I'm here. That's why I do this. If you need some help, right? Keep in mind, risking money? This isn't easy, man. It's fucking stressful. So actually getting to the point where you can actually trade setups comfortably without anxiety, just get in there and buy this. When you hear the presentation, you're like, damn, that's a buy. I got to get in there. All right, just buy it. Right? And understand that it's actually a half decent idea, trading setups and all that kind of talk. we run a very reasonably priced school program. I mean, hell, the way the value of money's collapsing here, I suppose we could probably be raising the prices consistently just to keep pace. So, consider, we'll start up a new term in January. I think we get pretty good feedback from our student body, and pretty good reviews. So I think on balance, you get pretty good value for your money spent. And really what we want to do is you can't do anything on this trade now. It's gone. But we want to set you up for the next one that looks like this, bud. Let's see if we can sneak you in buying against the bottom of the range, right? Trying out those W's. Give me bullish divergences. Yeah, you know how this goes. So, all right, I think I'll leave the rant at that. Like I said, I did a 2-hour daily brief, so if you feel like it, we've got that 30-day trial. You can come and just grab the signals that the system is giving off of our free platform right now. Where the hell's that? I know, we're just gonna have these embedded as sort of free screeners. Might be worth it. I mean, hell, you're watching. Go take a look at these names. See if there are any W's. Bullish divergences. I tell you, this is such a cool platform. Oh my goodness. And you know what's so cool? Check this out. No. I should shut up. Okay. Have yourselves a great day, everybody. I'll see everybody for broiler chickens. Let's see if we face rip this weekend. Still never got any sort of upside calls on Bitcoin. So I was going to do a raffle, but nobody's really that interested. So anyway. All right. We'll see you for broiler chickens. Have yourselves a great day. All the best. And bye for now.